Opposition MPs have called for a debate on the Malaysia-Indonesia border issue. In a press conference today, Kota Bharu MP Takiyuddin Hassan also hit back at Anwar over his remarks about the opposition on the matter. Meanwhile, Housing and Local Government Minister Ngah Ming's deputy has responded to a past MP over her rebuke on Islamic terms. Stay tuned for this and more on KiniNews. Several opposition MPs have called for a debate in the Dewan Rakyat concerning the Malaysia-Indonesia border negotiations in South Sabah and North Kalimantan. This was following Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's explanation of the issue in the Dewan Rakyat yesterday. In a press conference in Parliament today, Machang MP Fayhsal Kamal said he had filed a motion under Standing Order 18-1 and 18-2 to seek an urgent debate. He said a full debate was necessary as there are still outstanding issues that are yet to be resolved, and the opposition had not been allowed to interject to get clarification yesterday.
Di mana yang Tambun sendiri jelaskan, yang mana Perdana Menteri jelaskan semalam, masih ada banyak lagi outstanding issues yang belum diselesaikan. Jadi saya minta kerajaan dan Dewan Rakyat beri ruang kepada rakyat untuk menilai perbahasan ahli-ahli Dewan Rakyat berhubung hal ini. Kita perlu ada ketelusan. Kerana apa? Sebarang isu melibatkan persempadanan semula wilayah negara haruslah seperti mana termaktub dalam Perlembagaan Persekutuan di bawah artikel 1 dan 2, artikel 2, mana-mana sempadan negara yang nak diubah perlu mendapat kelulusan persetujuan Dewan Undangan Negeri wilayah yang terjejah tersebut. Dan soal ini Sabah. Dan semalam Yang Berhormat Sempurna yang duduk dalam Dewan Undangan Negeri Sabah telah membangkitkan bahawasanya tidak ada sebarang kelulusan dibuat, enactment yang diluluskan berhubung dengan persempadanan semula dalam wilayah Sabah melibatkan sempadan Indonesia-Malaysia ini. Dan juga mesti mendapat perkenan Majlis Raja-Raja. Yang Mak Berhormat Tambun cakap benda ni belum selesai. Tapi dah ada persetujuan. Dah dilepaskan wilayah 5,000 hektar tersebut. Jadi ini perkara-perkara yang bagi saya janggal dan perlu ada perbahasan yang lebih teliti dan lanjut.
Meanwhile, Kota Bharu MP Takiyuddin Hassan also targeted Anwar's labeling of the opposition as being stupid for allegedly missing the facts about the issue. This was what he had to say about Anwar's remarks.
Kita tak dibenarkan berbahas, tapi kita dikatakan bodoh. Nak tahu siapa bodoh, siapa tak bodoh, buka perbahasan. Ya, buka perbahasan kita tahu.
Anwar had made the remarks during an event with students at a university yesterday. He said that he had been accused of treason and selling the country over the issue. Speaking at a town hall with students at a private university, Anwar did not mince his words when he touched on the land border issue. According to Anwar, the opposition had accused him of committing treason after a news report claimed Malaysia had ceded over thousands of hectares of its land in exchange for 3 villages along the Sabah-Kalimantan border. However, he claimed that they did not know the full facts and were too lazy to read.
Dan kalau kita pilih yang terbaik, kita harus berani. Tidak semestinya popular. Kadang-kadang dibenci, ditolak, dihina, dicaci maki. Tengok macam debat. Debat parlimen pagi tadi. Isunya sempadan di perbatasan Sabah Sarawak. Yang disebutnya Perdana Menteri khianat, jual negara. Fakta belum tahu. Baca malas. Mengaji tak mahu. Panggil bodoh dia marah. Tapi yang berlaku tidak ada perbahasan yang mempertahankan mutu dan mencari kebenaran. Kita boleh pilih untuk bergaduh dan berperang dengan Indonesia. Itu negara jiran. Tapi kita pilih untuk berdamai. Kita pilih untuk pertahankan hak dan kawasan kita. Tapi kita juga tahu kalau kita mau Indonesia itu pertahan hak dan kedaulatan kita, kita juga harus hormat hak dan kedaulatan mereka. Itu cara kita hidup. Seperti mana apa yang kita lakukan hari ini.
From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. Back to the opposition MP's press conference, Takiyuddin had also addressed the study on the proposed Kuala Lumpur mayoral election, stressing that Malays overall rejected the idea. Kota Bharu MP Takiyuddin Hassan has cited parliamentary debates from 1960 to counter current findings on Malay support for the return of local council elections. He cited excerpts from the Hansard for September 12 and 13th in 1960 from debates on the tabling of the Federal Capital Act 1960 and said that overall a majority of Malays no longer supported the election of the mayor. He said this when asked for comments on the findings of an October 2025 survey by Invoke, presented by Setiawangsa MP Nik Nazmin and Ahmad at a forum 2 weeks ago, that 51% of Malays surveyed in Kuala Lumpur were in support of mayoral elections. Takiyuddin also raised further questions about the current study, asking why IIUM was chosen over other senior universities, such as Universiti Malaya or Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia.
Yalah, itu satu kajian. Mungkin ada kajian-kajian lain yang menunjukkan menimbulkan satu finding yang berbeza. Tapi overall, we don't have to be hypocrite lah. Kalau tanya, majoriti orang Melayu memang tidak mahu kepada pilihan raya Datuk Bandar Kuala Lumpur ini. Saya berpandukan kepada Hansard tahun 1960. Sebahagian besar daripada orang Melayu tidak menyokong lagi pemilihan Datuk Bandar berdasarkan kepada pilihan raya.
Moving on to Bersatu, its Supreme Council member Dr. Afif Bahardin has insisted that Party President Muhyiddin Yassin's proposal to restructure PN was aimed at preserving coalition consensus rather than sidelining any component party. Afif told Malaysia Kini that criticism from sacked leader Wan Saiful Wanjan had conflated separate issues and misrepresented the context of internal party actions. He said the original proposal for the Executive Council didn't even come from Wan Saiful, as PAS had already been discussing it since early last year. He also accused Wan Saiful of playing victim to disrupt PN's progress. Afif said this in response to Wan Saiful, who yesterday questioned whether Muhyiddin had breached party discipline in pushing for a proposal to establish a PN Executive Council. Wan Saiful has said that he had a realization on the matter following the conclusion of a Bersatu Appeals Board hearing based on allegations which had led to his sacking. In response, Afif said that disciplinary action against Wan Saiful was unrelated to the Executive Council proposal. Instead, he said it stemmed from alleged efforts to lobby other party presidents not to support Muhyiddin or to pressure him to step down as PN chairperson. He added that Wan Saiful no longer had locus standi to speak on PN matters after being sacked. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. The Attorney General's Chambers has decided to take no further action on investigations into a defamatory Facebook post that linked former Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob to the syringe assault case involving Pandan MP Rafizi Ramli's son. According to Home Minister Saifuddin Astion Ismail, the police had opened an investigation paper following a police report lodged on August 18, 2025. In a parliamentary written reply to Rafizi today, he said that the investigation paper was referred to the AGC on December 23, 2025, and the AGC has decided to classify this case as NFA. He added that this decision was made based on the findings of a profile analysis report by the MCMC. He said they were unable to identify the owner of the account in question and could not conclusively link any individual to the Facebook account under investigation. Rafizi had asked Saifuddin to state the police and MCMC investigation statuses regarding a report made by Ismail's press secretary on August 18th last year over the defamatory Facebook posting. In August, Rafizi's then 12-year-old son was stabbed with a syringe at a Putrajaya Mall car park. Ngah Korming's deputy has come out to his defense on his use of Islamic terms during his speech in the Dewan Rakyat yesterday. Deputy Housing and Local Government Minister Aiman Athira Sabu has responded to a PAS MP who questioned Ngah Korming's use of Islamic expressions of gratitude during a parliamentary sitting yesterday. In a Facebook post last night, Aiman said terms such as Alhamdulillah and Inshallah are expressions of praise and acknowledgement of God's power. She stressed that the use of such phrases does not automatically make a person Muslim, as embracing Islam is only valid through the sincere recitation of the two declarations of faith or Shahada. Aiman said the criticism by Rantau Panjang MP Siti Zaila Yusof against Nga was emotional and embarrassing, adding that it gave the impression that only Muslims are permitted to use Islamic terms. She said being Muslim and confident in one's faith does not give anyone license to humiliate fellow members of the House in such a manner. According to Aiman, such actions tarnish the image of Islam, create fear, and send the wrong message about what true Islamic character entails. She further explained that in the context of language and social interaction, there is no clear prohibition against non-Muslims using such expressions, provided they are not intended to insult, mock, or cause confusion over matters of faith. Aiman added that as a friend of Siti Zaila, she was saddened and left speechless by the incidents. She also stressed that hatred towards an individual or a particular group should never lead one to act unjustly towards them. Yesterday, Nga's use of Islamic phrases in his ministry's winding up speech had sparked a reminder from Siti Zaila, who warned that it could potentially mislead Muslims. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.